one thing I've never really seen the fascination with is motorbikes and trying to wrap yourself around a tree on an A road. Here we have Moto GP Ultimate Racing Technology 2. Well, the Xbox, and there you can see people dying and people flying through the air and some arsehole trying to show off doing a wheelie and a load of blokes in gay leather gimp suits. So yeah, it's pretty much looks like a realistic motorbike simulation. Yeah. On the front of the box it says it got 5 stars from Xbox Gamer. Wonder if that magazine's still going now. Probably not. And it was released in 2003. And for some reason it's got BT Open World on the back. Why? The official MotoGP game for Xbox, featuring all 16 tracks and 22 riders from the MotoGP 2002 season. Right, so here we go. Climax. Let's do that then. So yeah, MotoGP, I've watched a bit of it. It's a load of shit if you ask me. Offline profile, seen as oh, we'll go for Jordan, whoever Jordan is. Yay. Right, so here we go, we've got Jordan on the go, single player. We'll just go quick race, select track. Yeah, Suzuka will do, I don't care, fucking let's get on with it. Can't imagine I'll be playing this game for too long. Initial impression, oh, there we go. I was expecting it to use the old triggers then for acceleration, but no, I've just managed to pull a massive fat wheelie, so I'm impressed with that. One thing I've always noticed with these MotoGP games, I don't know whether it's actually the shape of the bikes, but they always look out of like the aspect ratio looks out. Your rider and bike just look out of proportion and weird. I don't know whether that's intentional or if you actually had a camera behind it, a MotoGP racer, it looked like that. Overall, graphics wise, shiny, polished. However, I would say there is a sort of sparse feeling to the graphics. Or it could just be the track. Tuck in. Yeah, you can tuck in or lean back using the left analog stick. Pull a wheelie out the corner, yeah, fucking suck on that douchebag. So I'm liking the fact that you can actually get around corners and do wheelies as well. Nice scratching sound of the bike scraping along the floor. One thing I don't like is the music. That is really grating on me. In fact, settings, sound settings, music volume, 0. Thank you very much. So one thing you might want to do is turn off the music because it's just awful, basically. And then after that you want to do some big fat dirty wheelies. Shake your fist at people. A fist to your mother, and then a fist to your father, and then a pull big fucking skids. That was a nice crash. Wouldn't ever really fancy racing MotoGP in real life. I do fancy my face actually being on my head and not dying, so I think I'll stick to playing it on the Xbox if I'm going to play it. To be honest, the generation of console doesn't really hold this game back. It feels like this could be a current gen game with a bit of extra graphical polish. Handles decent. The crashes are possibly something that could be improved in a later generation MotoGP game, but I'm not sure whether they have improved. I assume they have, but I've never played one on a current gen console, so I cannot confirm. The only other MotoGP game I've played is actually when I had a Nokia N-Gage. I had the MotoGP game on that. It kind of actually handled similarly to this. Obviously the graphics were shit, the sound was shit, and the device that you were playing on was shit. But I'll probably get a Nokia N-Gage again at some point. Because it's just I think it's a cool system, to be honest. Not the original pie-shaped one though, the smaller N-Gage QD I think I'd go for. Pretty easy to pirate the game, you just put an SD card in and literally copy games onto it and then you just play. You put like 20 games on an SD card, so. Pulling a wheelie at serious speeds. Getting by in this game without any suggested line or braking assistance, which is always a bonus. It's all just natural skill, baby. Oh yeah, fucking did it. Yeah, it doesn't really look very realistic the way that your rider bounces on the floor. He actually bounces like he's literally made of rubber. Everybody knows if you come off a fucking motorbike, you come off like a sack of spuds. I'm going to actually quit this race, reason being that the laps are taking quite a long time, and I want to actually show you some different tracks. Never heard of that place, Paquiza, never heard of that place either. We'll go for Jerez or Jerez or Jura or Jerry, whatever you want to call it. And I'll have a drink of my tea. So yeah, I would recommend this as a racing game. It's very nice. Obviously it's going to have season mode. It's not going to have online multiplayer now, but if I just pause and check, it's got 4 players, and you've got 4 players, split screen, and then you can play 1 to 16 players with system link. So get some serious multiplayer on the go if you hook up 4 Xbox consoles. You want to find 16 people sad enough to want to hook up consoles to play a motorbike game, then just take a trip down to Matlock Bath and they'll all be stood there on a Sunday outside a fucking chip shop with leather gimp suits on. I'd definitely say that the Xbox is better at these sorts of games in PS2. It tends to knock out solid, smooth graphics. PS2 is decent for its time. Obviously it came out before the Xbox. But I do think the Xbox is a better system. I mean, no fucking about with memory cards and all that. The system I actually bought when the two systems were out was the Xbox, and the defining factor for me buying the Xbox was that the GTA double package has come out, GTA 3 and GTA Vice City, and the reason why I bought a PS2 was because that San Andreas came out on the PS2 quite a while before it did on the Xbox. Look behind you, many racing game worth its salt. Change view. Ooh, that might be a bit sketchy. Yeah, a bit harder like that. The realistic, I like boys view. Oh, and at least you get to appreciate the when you do get kicked off, you get to appreciate why you've come off when someone's hit your back wheel, which it kind of translates visually where the weight is on the bike. A bit further back, it's a bit better actually. What the fuck? Why is the? Oh, I'm guessing that's like view. I'm guessing that's visor view, and you got tinted visor on. Look at that. Some wheelies. Yeah. Yeah, bit showboating, baby, yeah. Oh, a bit of embarrassment. So yeah, MotoGP Ultimate Racing Technology 2 for the original Xbox. Definitely a decent racing game, I'd say. See why it's got 5 stars. Graphics are decent. The gameplay is excellent. The sound of the bikes is good. The physics of the crashes aren't that great, to be honest. The riders just bounce around like rubber, like they're made of rubber pellets or something. But yeah, excellent game. Definitely worth checking out.